Becca with ImagineIF Libraries, and you are out and about with ImagineIF. Today I'm at KALICO Art Center in downtown Kalispell on Main Street, and our February Takeout Storytime is all about art. Let's start with a great little story about what makes an art studio. This is called Studio, a place for art to start, by Emily Arrow and the Little Friends of Printmaking. A place for making music, a place for making art, a place to build and dream and move, a place for art to start. We call a place a studio when we're creating in it, or practicing, or editing, or thinking for a minute. Some artists need a studio with lots of room and light. While others find a tiny nook will fit their work just right. A habitat for makers with string and sculpting clay, a place where people twirl and leap or simply stop to play. Perhaps an animator or an actor with a part. No matter who, they're free to do whatever's in their heart. When we have ideas, we can bounce them off each other, toss them round and shake them out, make something even better. And playing with ideas can lead to so much more. I bet you see what's happening. It's spilling out the door. From every little studio, our tiny magic rooms, we tell the world our story. We sing the world our tune. Art is made for sharing. An artist always knows that seeing it a different way can help your art to grow. People in big cities and teeny tiny towns will hear the joyful melody of art that's all around. Do you have an idea? Are you ready to create? Listen to your inner voice and find your special place. Finding your own studio shouldn't be too hard. Round the corner, in a park, or maybe in your yard. A place to be creative, wherever that might be. Make it your own, an artist's home, a place where you'll be free. All right, let's take a look around KALICO. Okay, aren't there so many different kinds of art? So many different ways of making art, and you can use so many different materials. Maybe wood, or some fiber and yarn. This next story is called What If? And in this story, a little girl imagines what would happen if she didn't have any pencils or art supplies. Would she still be able to make art? Let's see. What If? Written by Samantha Berge, illustrated by Curato. With a pencil and paper, I write and draw art to create many stories that come from my heart. But what if that pencil one day disappeared? I'd fold up the paper till stories appeared. Did she make her paper into? And what if that paper was no longer there? I'd chisel the table, and then carve the chair. And what if there wasn't a chair here at all? I'd chip and I'd peel at the paint on the wall. What is she gonna make using the paint on the wall? And what if there wasn't a wall anymore? I might build a story from boards in the floor. Without any floor, I could still use the land and sketch out a tale in the dirt with my hand. I could still shape the leaves. I could still sculpt the snow. I could still plant the flowers and make kingdoms grow. Without any land, I would still use the light. Invent shadow stories the sun would ignite. If there was no light, I would still use my voice to sing out my stories, to chant and rejoice. I'd still have my body to twist and to bend, to dance out my stories beginning to end. If I had nothing, but I still had my mind, there'd always be stories to seek and find. If I know nothing but one bit of fate, as long as I live, I will always create. As long as I live, I will always create. The end. Nothing can take away our imagination, can it? All right, let's sing a little song and use our imaginations and see if you can figure out what shape I'm going to draw. The song goes like this. If I were an artist, an artist, an artist, if I were an artist, I'd paint a shape like this. Watch my finger. What shape did I paint? Was it a circle? A green circle, maybe? All right, are you ready to try another one? If I were an artist, an artist, an artist, if I were an artist, I'd paint a shape like this. Okay, watch my finger. Did I outline that shape? What shape is that? Is that a triangle? Yeah, there's a purple triangle. Okay, one more. If I were an artist, an artist, an artist, if I were an artist, I'd draw a shape like this. Here we go. What shape is that? Does anybody know? It's a square. There are 4 sides to the square, 4 equal sides. And what color is this square? Orange. All right, we are going to read one more story. And I'm going to show you one more thing that I really like here at Calico. Okay, so here I am sitting next to a sculpture in so many different colors. And it goes up really, really high too. This next story is about making different colors with paint. It's called Stanley's Paint Box. Here we go. And it's written by William B. Here is Stanley with his paint box. He's helping Sophie, Benjamin, and Little Woo with a project. It looks like they're going to paint some boxes. Stanley gets his paints ready. He has yellow, and red, and blue, and white paint. Stanley pours the paints. Benjamin, Little Woo, and Sophie start painting with their rollers, their sponges, and brushes. but Sophie would like orange paint, please. How do we make orange paint? Stanley mixes red paint with yellow paint. Orange paint for orange circles. Now, Benjamin wants some green paint, please. So Stanley mixes blue paint with yellow paint. Green paint for stripes. Little Will wonders if Stanley can make purple paint. Can he? Yes! Stanley mixes red paint with blue paint. Purple paint for Little Woo. And now a spot of pink. How are they going to make pink? Stanley mixes red paint with white paint. Pink paint for pink noses. Now Benjamin is painting with his paws, and Little Woo is painting with the mixing stick, and Sophie is painting with the roller. Painting Stanley. Whoops. Stanley has used his paints to help Sophie, Benjamin, and Little Woo make a colorful castle. Thank you, Stanley. They used a lot of different things to paint, didn't they? So in our February Takeout Storytime kit that you can pick up at any of our locations beginning February 1st while supplies last, you will get some different supplies for painting. And there might be some surprising tools in there that you can use to paint. So I will show you a little bit about what's in our kit and give you an idea for a fun activity using a marble. We hope that you will have fun experimenting and creating with these materials in our February Art Takeout Kit. In addition to paper and paint, you'll get a sponge, some feathers, some Q-tips, and a marble. What do you think? Can you paint with a marble? Let's find out. Marble painting is a really fun activity. You're just going to need a shallow container, maybe a box or a cake pan, or even a tray will work. And then the key to this one is that just keep a little bit of paint in there. If you put too much paint in there, the marble will not roll through the paint. All right, thanks again to KALICO Art Center. Bye.
While Becca was at KALICO, she got to observe a potter working at the pottery wheel. Notice how she manipulates the clay on the spinning disc to create the shape. Later, she'll put the ceramic in the kiln, which is a big oven, and fire it, which means getting it really hot, and then it will become hard, just like the plates or bowls you have at your house.